All right, let's get into translations. So here's the same picture that I showed you before, where translation, we usually use the word, we're going to slide that shape to another location. So it can be vertically and or horizontally slide a figure. Okay, so that means we can go up and down, or left and right, or both. Okay, symbolically they'll show you this on your pictures. So remember, all of these are points. Okay, and you can see that on the graphs below. With those points, they will tell us a rule. Okay, that rule is going to be, okay, what do we do with the x? Well, we're going to change it with h, whatever h is. What do we do with y? We're going to change it to whatever k is. So let's put that around. So we're going to start with this one, and then we're going to change it by h, sometimes positive, sometimes negative, and then k, sometimes positive, sometimes negative. The h, which is going along with the x here, represent a horizontal shift. That shift means going left or right. So whatever this number tells me, left or right. If it's going right, it'll say a plus. If it's going left, it'll say a minus. The K represents the vertical shift. Okay, if you remember, the y-axis is vertical, so the vertical shift will tell us how many to go up or to go down. If it's a plus, we're going to go up. If it's a negative, we're going to go down. Okay? So let's see how this is used. I've gone ahead and I've already put in the first figure that we're going to start with. This is called the preimage. And what we're going to do with this is we're going to take each of these 4 points and we're going to translate them using the rule x plus 5, y plus 7. Now that's the kind of expanded. Sometimes they will just put the rule like this. T for translate, positive 5, positive 7. Okay, and what does that mean? That's not a point. That's how we're going to move our points to get our new image. So since they're both positive, we're going to go up and right. So I do that for every point, and basically now it's just counting. So I'm going to start here at Q, and I'm going to go up 5, excuse me, I'm going to go right 5 and then up 7. So I'm going to go start at this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That point right there is translating Q, so it's got a new name, Q prime. Okay, we do that same thing for R. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you don't have to put those dots on there, but I just want to show you how you can count those out. So that was R that we translated 5, 7. So that is my R prime. Okay, do the same thing with S. 1, 2. Okay, there's my new S and T. And then you can take a ruler, and it should, the shape will not change shape. Okay, it's what we call rigid. Okay, the shapes that we have, both the preimage and the image, should be exactly the same. Congruent. They are exactly the same shape, same size for translations, and there we go. Now, sometimes they'll ask us to write the points. Not necessarily going to require this for you, but I want to show you. Obviously, you can get them just from seeing where Q is, right? So I'd go -1 up. How far is that? 6. Okay, so that'd be -1, 6 for Q. Okay, and I can just go through and I can label all of those points. Another way that sometimes they'll do it is they'll show the given point. Let me do this with R. The given point that we're starting with is -3, 1. And remember with 3, what did we do? we added 5, right? Added 5. And then on the y, we added 7, plus 7. When I do that, I get a new point. Negative 3 plus 5 is 2. 1 plus 7 is 8. My r prime should be at 2, 8. Okay, so if you look here, 1, 2, all the way up to 8, there's my new r prime, 2, 8. Okay, and you can kind of go back and forth with that. You can find these first and then just go plot them, or you can count out like I've shown here, and then go back and get your points. In your practice, there'll just be a couple where I want you to find the points, and how you do it is totally up to you. Let me show you. I think everybody knows how to find the points this way. You're going to count. But let me show you this method again. I have the point S, which is at 1, negative 5. I'm going to translate both of those. I'm going to plus 5 for the x and plus 7 for the y. 1 plus 5 is 6. Negative 5 plus 7 is 2. That is my new S. 6, 2. And I can do it that way, or I can count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Same thing. Okay? You can do that same thing for t. You'd end up with 3, 0. All right, let's go over here. In this example, we're going to kind of go about it the same way. This is 3 points, 3 vertices, and on this one we want to translate it minus 3 plus 8. Okay, minus 3 plus 8. It's up to you. For me, it's helpful just to do this, the translate, or maybe even put trans, and then we're going to do minus 3 plus 8. So that means all 3 points we're going to move left. Okay, this means I'm going left, and then the positive means I'm going up. So here we go. For C, I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, go up 8. There's my new C, C prime. D, I'm going to go, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 8. There's my new D, D prime. E, there's my new E, E prime. Okay, so I'm going to combine those. I can come over here and I can list the points if I need to, just by labeling them here or going through that method that I showed you before. These would be the points that you should have. Hopefully that's what I have on the graph also. And there you go. All right, real quick on these bottom two, they want us to write the rule. Okay, so the rule is what is given right here. The rule is what are we doing, or what is the problem doing to go from the pre-image to the image. All right, so basically we just got to draw a line. All right, or we got to like kind of create to go from D to D prime. I'm going to go this way, and then I'm going to go up. There I'm at. And E would be the same thing, right? I'm going to go this way, and then I'm going to go up. F, positive, positive. Okay, so all those should be exactly the same. And if that's the case, where did I go? So my rule starts out with my first pre-image. With the X, I went to the right, so it's going to be plus. And if you count that over, I'm going 7. The Y, I went up, so then count that out, and I'm going to go up 4. So I've just written, oh geez, sorry about that. So here's my original point. With each of those points, I'm going to change it or slide it. Positive 7, positive 4. Positive 7, positive 4. Okay? Number 8, or this last one here. Forget the creative numbering system. When you're writing a rule, you always start with the pre-image. Remember, that's just the plain ones, and then it goes to the prime ones. So again, we have a translating. We're going to start out with our original points, like here. I'm going to start at P because that's not messed up with anything. So to get from P to P prime, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's left, so that's negative. And then I go up 2, so that's positive. So my rule, and I could count that out for M, and N, and O would be exactly the same thing. My rule for this translation is x minus 4, y plus 2. All right, if you have any question about translations, please let me know.